It's the time of year where things are very scary, and I didn't know that there'd be more two-sentence horror stories. Second sentence. Hi, welcome to the Dire Gentleman channel. It's me, Guso Milcarella, and I am here with my two-sentence horror story buddies. Say hello, folks.
Hi, I'm Addison Peacock, back at it again, and I'm recording this from under your bed.
Whoa. And who else do we got?
I'm Henry Galley, and I'm recording it from the closet Gus keeps me in between recordings.
Hey, get back in there. Get back in there.
Don't read into this.
I just got done milking my creature, and I'm ready to record.
Well, I was prepping. I said to Gus, so we can't record this yet because I've got to have a hot dog. So I started to get my hot dog. I was like, wow, this ketchup on this is really nice. It makes it, that's not ketchup. That's the blood of a dead child.
Yes, classic, yeah. I can't wait for it to snow so I can go play in it with my good friend, the meatworm.
And Barry, of course.
And Barry, of course.
Barry
yeah.
loves to play in the snow.
So everybody loved the previous two-sentence horror story. We had a great time with it. The format of bad two-sentence horror stories has only evolved since that original time, and we've got some brand new ones for this spooky, ooky month of October.
Mm-hmm. I think my favorite thing about two-sentence horror stories is that the bad ones used to be somewhat indistinguishable from trolls. You were like, oh, I'm not sure if this is really an earnest story or if someone was just kind of trying to be funny. And now the bad ones, they get thousands of upvotes. They're very successful, and so you can tell that they're earnest, they're sincere. And I say bad with so much love in my heart as a diehard fan of B movies and the like. Bad can be so good sometimes, and this is proof.
Exactly. Bad two-sentence horror stories themselves have evolved into a bit of an art form within the two-sentence horror story sphere.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I got them last time, Addison's collected them this time, and we're really excited to see. Gus and I have never seen these before. These are live reactions.
Brand new.
I got pretty much all of them from the Bad Two-Sentence Horror Stories Twitter account. But you, Addison, you've done a bit more of a hybrid model, correct?
Yes, I pulled some from the Twitter, but I've also just been earnestly reading the Two-Sentence Horror Stories Reddit, because every so often you'll get one that's really actually creepy. Like, I was reading it yesterday, collecting these, and I read one that genuinely did creep me out. It was like, I was woken at 1 a.m. by, like, the light from my phone screen, and then they look at the phone screen, and the screen says, wrong password, try again in 1 minute.
Oh!
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one. That's super scary.
So my point is that sometimes the subreddit delivers. Like, that was one from, like, this month. So sometimes they're genuinely quite scary, even though it's a really hard format to pull off. But sometimes I read one, and it does not scare me. It makes me laugh out loud. And anyone that I read last night that made me laugh out loud, I put in my phone, and I'm gonna read it to you guys.
All right, let's go!
The scientific community...
Start us off with the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Did you strap yourself in?
I'm ready, okay.
Did you tighten your butthole?
Yep, I got my seatbelt. I got my bottle.
Addison, please put down the gun.
I will when you sit down. Now drink your hot cocoa.
I'm sitting down.
It's October, bitches. Okay. The scientific community cheered as the technology to communicate with trees was finally rolled out. That feeling quickly subsided as the only message received was a declaration of war.
Tree war, tree war,
Tree war, tree war.
Tree war now! What I love about this is the implication that the trees would win that war.
Yes, everyone is very scared.
We're kind of fucking them up.
Yeah, everyone is very scared of the tree declaration of war, and I'm a little bit confused because I do not know that trees possess much in the way of weapons technology.
If they start doing the happening on us, then, like, maybe shit will start really happening.
They could go on strike and stop making oxygen to spite us. Then we'd come crawling to the negotiation table.
But since oxygen's a byproduct of their respiration, that would be the equivalent of them holding their breath.
None of us are gonna breathe until everyone's dead.
They've got us by the balls.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine if all the trees just decided, like, yeah, we're not breathing anymore. Fuck you.
If we go, you go.
The same negotiation tactics as a 3-year-old who's been told they can't go to Dairy Queen.
And that 3-year-old, they get to Dairy Queen in the end.
You're right.
And then they squirt some ice cream out of the creature in the back of Dairy Queen.
Damn
and bring
it.
to
The Dairy Queen creature, of course.
I love when I read a horror story and I genuinely am not just not scared of it, I can't tell what is happening in it. Like, I don't understand. Maybe you guys will understand something I've missed in this story, but I don't understand what's happening here.
Let's find out.
I pressed the revolver hard into my chin and pulled the trigger. Disappointingly, I only heard a click, followed by the continuous sound of my infant daughter's chewing.
What?
Okay, what I think this is a father who is so annoyed by the loud chewing sounds his infant children's make that he wanted to blow his own head off.
Okay, but two
Guy's a
follow-up
bad dad.
questions. Two follow-up questions. Why is that a horror story? And two, why wasn't the gun loaded?
Okay, big brain. I don't know why the gun isn't loaded. This guy's a bad planner. But I think the infant daughters are chewing him. He's being eaten by his own infant daughters. And he's like, I need to put myself out of my misery. Oh no, I didn't load my fucking gun.
Or is it one of those things where, like, he somehow botched the suicide, and you know how, like, the whole thing of, like, if you die in your house and, like, no one knows, and your, like, cat or dog is there, it'll start to eat you. Like, your infant daughter will start to eat you.
I was gonna say, just to clarify, there is only one infant daughter. It's an infant daughter *S.
Well, maybe he was wounded but not killed, because when he fired the gun, the click was a comical flag with bang on it. But because it was right up against his chin, it went up through his head and paralyzed him. And now he's being eaten by his hungry daughter.
Wait a second. So this guy is potentially being eaten by an infant, and his answer is to, like take himself out of the equation instead of just be like, get off of me! Stop eating me! I'm putting you back in your crib!
I'm gonna be real and tell you what I thought was happening. And I thought that the baby was eating the bullets.
Bullet baby!
I cannot escape my all-devouring infant daughter. Even the sweet release of death is impossible.
That's what I thought the implication was.
I was trying to uphold my Second Amendment rights, but my baby keeps eating my ammo!
I genuinely thought the implication was like the baby is eating everything. And then he's like, I can't be around this baby that's eating everything. It's just gonna devour the world. And he goes to shoot himself and the baby has eaten the bullets.
This fucking Shel Silverstein-ass baby.
This is an incomprehensible story.
If you in the comment knows what the fuck this story means, please tell us and make us look like idiots.
Yes,
I feel like
exactly.
you're right with your initial instinct in that it is supposed to be like a misophonia thing, but I don't understand why that's a horror story, and I don't understand why the gun isn't loaded.
I also love that this drama queen, rather than like getting earmuffs or something, is immediately like, oh, my baby daughter, that chewing, that really bugs me. Time to end it all.
That's why I keep searching for a darker implication.
Yeah.
Like, even if someone's got an airtight, like, explanation for this story, I don't think there's any world where we, collectively, are bigger idiots than the guy who's the protagonist of this two sentences.
Exactly.
And I'm glad we could add Bullet Baby to the Dar Gentleman canon.
Bullet baby!
I love Bullet Baby.
Eat your
This
bullets.
baby just eats bullets. This baby's going to solve the gun crisis in America by eating all the bullets.
Eating all the bullets.
Imagine
God damn it.
there's no bullets, 'cause a baby ate
Because a baby ate them.
Imagine
Alright.
now the babies eating all the bullets. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
This is going to be Joe Biden's new policy proposal.
Oh, fuck.
We at DARPA have invented a baby
That eats
capable
bullets.
of eating all of the US's bullets.
Oh,
We just
God.
need to let the baby do its thing.
Listen here, Jack. This baby can eat more bullets than I've ever eaten ice cream, and that's a lot of ice cream, so that's a lot of bullets.
Oh my god.
Do you-
Addison, what's next?
You guys like to read, right?
I guess.
You like to read books?
Time to time.
Great,
I
because this
do
is a
occasionally.
story about...
I love books!
Great, this is a story about books. And the perils of buying used books. I bought a used Diary of a Wimpy Kid Do-It-Yourself book. Inside, there was a 10-page long detailed confession of how this person killed their whole family.
Oh. Yeah, this is what the thing is. This is what, I know what's happened here. This person has clearly re-gifted the book after Christmas.
I was gonna say, they were just reading a regular old Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. Like, that's just the exact text of those
Yeah,
books.
that's just what happens in those books. They get really dark after the first one. That's why they only made the one movie. They made more than one movie, didn't they? I don't know. keep it in. But
yeah, Diary of a Wimpy Kid trended better, like with the marketers. They couldn't just do Diary of like a young serial killer
No.
who continues to kill unrepentantly.
To be fair, Diary of a Wimpy Kid would be a really good like secondary title for Bates Motel.
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yes, that's good. That's good.
I want you guys to know that has 2,000 upvotes at the time I screenshotted it.
After this video, I really want to go and like read what their like top comments are.
Oh, I've got some in my later screenshots for you, and you'll love that.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm like principally opposed to this one because like the idea that 2-sentence horror stories are suddenly being like IP creeped the way that creepypasta was, like all these like franchises people are familiar with get like inserted into these stories. It's like you'd think with 2 sentences there wouldn't be time to do like a shameless
Diary
plug.
of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like it's even infecting this. God, I hate capitalism.
Now, how about this one? You know what? It sounds like you guys have some complaints about 2-sentence horror stories, and the author of this next post also has some complaints about 2-sentence horror stories. There are so many 2-sentence horror story posts nowadays that aren't scary. They're just funny or a joke. The entity requires a steady supply of fear to satiate it, and now without it, the end times have begun.
I think us three collectively are the entity.
Yeah, we're the entity. We need some better stuff than this weak sauce. I need some good, some alto vodka. I need something stronger than this weak sauce.
Mamma mia.
Yeah, me pointing.
I need a stronger pizza.
I feel like pointing to the person who
I'm
wrote
a gooch.
For fuck's sake. The person who wrote the like woke up at 1 a.m. thing. It's the whole like Reddit user / whatever the fuck built this in a cave with a box of scraps. Why are all of you not getting to their level?
Literally, shout out to the person who wrote that one. I do not remember their username, and I feel bad. They did scare me, though. I was reading those really late at night last night after rewatching Evil Dead, and I was like, oh, I'm scared. But anyway.
It's the same as Gus and I did a like very early, like more straight-laced 2-sentence horror one on the Patreon that you can access for $1 a month. Me, Gus, and Addison are all over that. Where, like, a lot of them would be kind of silly, but then you'd get to one later on where it's like, that one was earnestly quite scary. I regret reading it while I was alone in the house.
Yep. That was the one where I was, like, alone in my apartment late at night, and I read that one about the phone, and I was like, no.
Yeah, because you can read a million terrible ones. It only takes one genuinely freaky one to make you regret everything.
There can be 100 2-sentence horror stories in a room, but all it takes is one. Anyway, Lady Gaga, anyone remember? Anyway.
That's the thing, not to like date this video. No one will really know, but we're all fans of distressing memes here today.
Oh boy.
Oh fuck.
Today I was scrolling and I saw like one post that I'm like, okay, days of this not scaring me suddenly undone. I am so uncomfortable by one of the things I've seen. And you know what? I don't even need to specify what the post was, because if you're on that distressing meme subreddit, you out there, you know that sometimes that's just going to happen. You're just going to get flashbanged by the most horrifying thing you have ever, like, thought of.
Can I get a clue as to what it was, even if it doesn't make it into the final video?
It's the one, it was the one in the closet in Ohio.
Oh, yes.
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah, I saw him.
Didn't like him.
No, that one was bad. That one fucking fucked me up.
Next one, Addison.
Okay. So some of these, this one I included just because it made me angry.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
It's part of a subgenre that I hate on 2-sentence horror stories, and I just wanted a chance to briefly yell about it. I'm going to read it to you first.
The condiment creature.
Oh, I wish. No, I love the condiment creature. No, here we go. I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. You guys found worse on Monster Girl Safari, so I don't feel as bad as I could feel.
It's true.
Oh, 100 times.
Without telling my wife, I made a deal with the devil to exchange my firstborn for my newborn daughter's life. As her delicate eyes fluttered open, my wife clutched her heart and fell dead.
Oh my.
Think about it for a second. The twist is incest. Incest is the twist.
Oh.
The twist is that his wife was his firstborn.
Oh.
Okay, but why? And this was also a really bad idea.
Yes, one,
and
that too. I need you guys to know that I resisted the urge to include them, but there are a lot of very highly upvoted stories on 2-sentence horror stories where the twist is just incest.
Yeah, like
What is happening with the Redditors lately?
look, we're all big fans of the Wrong Turn series here. We
I
know
did
that.
not know
We're
where
all
that
big
sentence was
fans.
going, Henry, and I was very
But-
scared.
But
We're all big fans of Rick and Morty here.
Oh god.
we should all know that there is a time and we're all aware that incest does result in superpowers as such. You
God.
become stronger, smarter, more agile. I don't know where I'm going with this.
There is also a terrible, I didn't even include any of these because I can't make funny jokes about them at all, but there's also a really weird subgenre of two-sentence horror stories where the twist is just, imagine if a woman was abusive. And I'm like,
Jeez.
why is that the twist? And then everyone in the comments is like jerking themselves off being like, see, no one expects abusive women to exist. And I'm like, you need to get off of Reddit.
Yeah, no,
Oh
it's so true.
no.
Like you said, fucking Monster Girls was just wall-to-wall rape and pedophilia. This is really nothing. We've become a classier channel than we were. All right.
No, it's
what's
true.
next?
It's true.
We
Yeah.
were just talking about pizza, so I think this is the perfect story to go to next.
Uh-oh.
Kenku Cross is jacking himself in his grave.
No.
I don't know if he's dead, but it's also not
But
my
he's
problem
in there
anymore.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just got in early.
Gus,
He's
sit
just
down.
hanging out and waiting.
Sit down, Gus. Listen to my story.
Oh,
For the
yes,
approval
sorry.
of the Midnight Society, I submit.
No, it's okay. Sorry, Addison. I really you're doing a great job being an MC. I love this whole being the Elvira of the two-sentence horror stories. It's really cool, and keep doing it.
Stop blinking. They're not going to save you.
Okay.
I have to deliver this pizza in 20 minutes or I have to give it to them for free. And neither the red light nor the crowd of people crossing the street are going to stop me.
That is a dedicated pizza man. That's someone I respect.
Now listen. As an Italian American, I want every pizza man to be that dedicated.
Oh.
If they don't get that za to my mouth hole with like several civilian casualties, if necessary, I'm not a monster. Only if necessary. But if it is necessary, it's gonna be done. All right? We do necessary things. That's what it takes. Get me the za. I ordered the za. Give me the za.
The top comment is, I wish all my delivery drivers were like you. Kudos, big tip.
That is a fellow Italian American right there. That's a hero.
This is people don't tell you this, but when you order a pizza, you could go down to the do you have additional instructions, and you could type in let none stand in your way. You can put in your acceptable margin for collateral damage.
Okay, I have another one. Now that I've made you all hungry, I'm going to ruin your appetites. I just need you to know, this makes me laugh every time I read it, and I'm sorry in advance.
Oh no.
Okay, calm down. Get it together. Bring out your dead, shouted the corpse collectors. No, they're mine, I yelled back before continuing to engorge myself on their saucy boobos.
What? Oh no!
What? What? What?
I love how it went from it's like a ghoul or a cannibal or something to just in the last few words just this is the worst thing ever.
Yum, 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 yum,
What
yum.
the fuck?
I drink of the plague
This person
juice.
is a menace to society.
I drink of the plague juice. Yum yum. Oh.
Yummy, yummy, yummy.
I can't.
This is officially now. But this is the grossest. This is the grossest video on this channel since we found out what Guso meant.
Sorry. I can't stop laughing.
Someone posted a comment recently where when we were talking about Guso and Googling it, I apparently had a really funny voice crack where I'm like, okay, I won't Google any further. And
You went full Doug Walker.
I went like, all right, I'm not gonna Google it. Okay, I won't do it. Scooby fucking do.
What kind of sauce do you think is in those boobos? I'm sorry.
The source of all despair.
I hate that sentence. I hate that sentence so much. I hate it so much with a burning passion. I hate it
I can't
so much.
stop laughing. I've never been more sadistic before. I'm not this tapped into some darkness at my core. There's something about the Dire Gentleman channel that unleashes my dark passenger. I'm not a good person on this channel.
Yes, it is hell after all. I mean, there are just rider spirits that inhabit us while we're recording these videos.
Yeah. God damn. Alright, what's next?
Okay, would you like the next
God.
story? Because it's not, there's no boobos in this one.
That's gone. Then there's a real streak of boobo ones after that.
I just love the idea of just like blindly stumbling down the street and just the first person you see just going, what are the sauce in those boobos? And then you get tackled and tased.
Maybe we need to make a new subreddit called r/2sentence boobo story.
And they're all about the bubonic plague and the sores involved.
I can't stop fucking that. Oh my
Awful.
god.
Next. Oh god.
No.
Yeah. Much like
Yes.
the actual bubonic plague, that one left a bad taste in my mouth.
Stop!
Gonna kill you, Addison.
Addison Peacock, you are a rat because you're starting me the plague.
I have become possessed by the spirit of Halloween. I wish only to torment.
Gus used to call this channel Plague Island, and now it's back.
Not another new Addison mode. We barely survived. We barely survived Doomslayer Addison.
So we've got Doomslayer Addison, then Boobo Addison.
We got we got Boobo Addison, which is the pestilence one. Doomslayer was war. We're gonna work through the 4 horsemen, and Addison's just gonna end the world at a certain point.
I've got full goblin mode. Anyway,
Let's go.
Oh
I love it here. This one's not nearly as gross. It just made me, anything that made me laugh out loud while reading it made it onto this list, except for the couple that made me angry. So I just need you guys to know that was the number one criteria, was did I laugh out loud when I read it.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Rabbit rushed his morning shave as he knew what was to come. He still vividly remembers what Peter Pan did to Bear once the magic stopped and he was the first one to hit puberty.
What?
Peter
Ew!
Is it because in the original Peter Pan story,
Peter
it's
Pan's a
implied that
nonce?
Yeah, well, no, isn't it implied that Peter Pan, killed the Lost Boys when they grow up?
I don't
Then
think that
replace
is
them
at
with-
all the implication of the original Peter Pan, but I think a lot of people have made that the implication.
That does feel like like all of the Ed boys and Ed and Eddie are dead.
It's
the
like an
cul-de-sac is
edgy
limbo
internet
kind of
Yeah.
thing.
theory.
And Angelica was a crack babe.
I do think that, really quick, serious sidebar, I think that the actual origin of that theory is because the creator of Peter Pan was inspired to write it by a really, really sad childhood thing, which is his mother sort of never recovered from the death of his brother.
Shit.
And so there was this sort of
Very
inability to live up to someone who would be forever a child and forever innocent. Anyway.
Oh fuck, no, that's actually a legitimate tragedy. Comment F for Peter Pan if you think that's a very sad story.
Jesus, Gus.
It reminds me of that joke that Frankie Ball told when he's talking about, I think he was making fun of this same, Dark Origins thing, and he was talking about Peter Pan, and he says that, I think the Lost Boys are actually abortions. Come on, it explains Captain Hook.
God, that's awful.
No!
Bad.
Oh,
All right.
fucking Frankie Boyle.
What do we think Peter Pan did to Bear once the magic stopped and he was the first one to hit puberty?
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think? F for Peter Pan, what happened to Bear?
What did he do? This one just made me laugh really hard because there's something very funny about anything that tries to make Peter Pan scary, because I just am incapable of finding Peter Pan frightening.
He grew up to be big and gay and hairy, and the bear subculture is named after him.
Oh my god.
Yes, that's the mythological origin of the bear subculture.
W in the chat for bears.
Yeah.
Yeah. Comment if you are part of the bear subculture or you agree with the mythic origin story. The funniest thing in the world is just getting everyone to comment a bunch of contradictory, comment prompts at the same time.
Anyway, now that I've made everybody sad by talking about Peter Pan, also, by the way, no one yell at me if I got some of those details wrong. I'm half remembering them from reading a blurb about Peter Pan in a book about...
Comment in the chat if Addison is super wrong about the Peter Pan, deep lore.
Stop!
I personally very much appreciate Addison's quest in this video to make us cycle through every conceivable emotion. Just humor, rage, disgust, despair,
It's the Bezos way,
sadness.
Henry. We're creating the ultimate piece of media. Positive emotions, negative emotions, high topography, low topography, special powers, violence. Well, we haven't gotten to the violence yet, but we will.
went to the
I can
dentist.
feel it.
Can I tell the story now?
Yeah.
Go.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I said it wrong. I said, I went to dentist because I kept finding blood in my apples. It wasn't my blood. You gotta stop eating those blood apples.
Not the
This
blood apples. I
is
bit
the
into the
first-
apple, and that's the blood of a dead child.
This is actually the first step in the tree's war against us.
The blood
Putting
apples.
blood in all the
They're
apples.
the blood apples? What if... Okay, wait. You know that old Halloween prank of... Folks at home, don't do this. But you know that old Halloween prank of putting, like, razors
Yes.
inside of the apples?
That has actually never happened, by the way, but that's its own conversation.
Well, I love you describing that as that old Halloween prank and not like a cry.
Yeah, it's also not a prank, guys.
No, you know what? That old Halloween prank, robbing a bank.
Yeah, like shooting up a liquor store to steal the money.
Like,
That old Halloween prank, finding a random person and telling them that their family is dead, and then they call home and your other guy is already there holding them hostage. And so
guys.
in their mind, they've already realized that their family is dead. They've already accepted that loss, but they still have the chance to save them, but they don't know what to do. They've been gaslit into accepting a reality that just isn't true, and they think it's all a dream. Anyway, what were you saying, Addison?
I was gonna ask you what your April Fool's Day body count looks like, but I don't know if I want you to know. Because that's what you think pranks are. But he said it wasn't his blood.
Only the
so
rabbit
he didn't,
knows.
He didn't eat the razor apple, you fool, you absolute buffoon. It was not his blood.
Maybe Peter Pan turned bear into an apple.
Full of blood.
What if the razors were made of other people's blood and they don't cut you, they're just blood?
So you bite into the apple and you hear a tree laughing nearby, and it's like, you've got Hep C now. Ha! Then he uproots himself and walks away.
That would be the best way for like the trees to weaponize themselves, to just razor apple up. Like razor apple all day long. Every fruit is a razor now.
Oh, fuck.
Every tree is a razor. Life is sharp and will cut you.
Oh.
That's what's happening in this world. That's, by the way, that's an exact quote from Jordan Peterson's latest fucking unhinged YouTube rant.
Perfect.
Of course.
And then he starts to cry.
Yes.
The boy bites into the apple, the fruit of the earth.
I want to eat a vegetable, but vegetables give me nightmares.
The fruit of the earth, once a source of nourishment, is now sharp, impossible to consume. All right.
I drank an apple cider and I murdered someone's entire family. I'm Jordan Peterson.
Damn it, what's next? Addison, go for it.
Okay. This one makes me laugh too. Whew, okay, I'm gonna give this one. I gotta slot it and give myself a really I used to read scary stories as my job. I don't know why I haven't really put on the voice yet. Okay. As a psychic, I help ghosts move on, and I'm currently helping a group of victims killed by the same killer. Now I'm in fear, as they all point to my newborn son while screaming the killer's name.
What?
Whoa. Yeah, here's the thing. I love how you voice acted that one, but the actual story is just kind of wouldn't it be amazing if this meant anything?
I think the implication is supposed to be that the killer reincarnated into the baby.
Yeah, I
That's the
guess.
thing, we don't know that the killers died.
Yes, exactly.
It feels like this two-sentence horror story require... So here's a big flaw a lot of the bad ones have, that it almost feels like they require too much world building for what we eventually get.
Yes.
All that story made me think of is there was that Netflix show that for a hot minute was trending super hard. It was another K-drama. It was right after Squid Game. And the premise of that story was that if people had sinned, 3 big Thanos dudes would show up out of nowhere and beat the shit out of them until they died. And then at one point, the 3 Thanos dudes are this baby is next. We're gonna come back for this baby. And everyone's like, what? How could a baby have sinned? It was literally just born. And then it was, high drama and all that, because the Thanos dudes were gonna beat the shit out of that baby.
I've never had a chance to admit this to somebody because I was not raised particularly religious. We went to church sometimes for holidays and stuff, but I wasn't raised very religious at all. So but I heard about the concept of original sin, right? I thought when I was in middle school, I assumed original sin meant we were all born sinners because to have a baby you had to have sex.
Yeah.
Oh, that kind of tracks, actually. Like,
Humanity's
considering...
ultimate design flaw.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the world building, that actually makes sense. Like,
The world building of Christianity. Sorry.
no, God needs to release a patch because that's kind of like a glitch in the software. You know what I'm saying?
The New Testament is the patch. That was the patch. Because it erased the original sin.
I should not have to buy the Mormonism DLC in order to, like, play this barely functioning game we call life.
I think the Mormonism DLC makes it worse, but let's not get into that. Addison, what's next?
Speaking of religion, actually, I could not have planned a better segue. I turned and said, "Bless you" to the pastor when he sneezed.
What?
It's spelled.
No!
It's spelled Sneezeed.
Shut up! Come on!
As soon as the words left my mouth, black goo started leaking from his face.
He's a demon, and you say bless, and he dies.
I do love the fact that for this demon, he's powerful enough to, like, be in a church described as a priest, but if you say bless you, he's fucked. That's like holy critical math.
Why did this guy of all disguises, if this was going to be the thing, why did he be in a church?
I mean, not to put too fine a point on it, but I feel like he's powerful enough to not be affected by, like, the pollen count. Why he sneeze?
Like, why is this demon sneezing? Why is he sneezing?
Yeah, it's true. And then it's just one of those things where it's like, wow, I guess you just sort of, like, taken a human form that never sneezes and doesn't go to a church.
I have a different theory.
Oh, you'll tell me about the black goo priest.
Well, it's just this really, like, suspicious person who, you know, they go to this church, maybe they're, like, a real believer, they look at everything through the kind of, like, lens of Christian cosmology. This priest is just having, like, a freak brain hemorrhage in front of him, and he's like, "Oh,
no.
He must be a demon." Well, this priest is like, "Call him."
But why is it? But why is it? Okay, but why is it black ichor, like the ichor of the pit? Can you explain that part?
I think in certain lights, blood can look quite black.
Also, hear me out. What if he was just recently in, like, a house fire? Because you can, like, produce black mucus after you breathe in a lot of smoke.
Or this priest is, like, addicted to dip. He's got, like, a mouthful of chewing tobacco.
Oh, the priest was chewing tobacco.
Yeah, he's got a mouthful of dip and it's in his sinuses.
So, like, moments after this, in the third sentence, he just sort of goes, oh, God, please don't tell when I sneeze, some of the tobacco came out. Please don't tell the rest of the parish that I'm imbibing the fucking devil's tobacco.
Yeah. God damn it.
This is just kind of embarrassing. I don't know if this is horror.
I just said, this is such a feral video. I love it.
I'm sorry, but you let me do this.
No, I love it. It's brilliant. This is exactly what
it's
you
great.
need.
Like a vampire, you invited me in, and now I can do whatever I want. Okay.
Like a vampire.
That's true. Them's the vamp rules.
Time. All right. What's next?
I'm trying to decide which one to do next. I think this one will do. This is also one that... it's so stupid. Okay. I've always been afraid of hooks, ever since my dad took me fishing. We caught more fish than we could carry, but the feeling of that hook digging back into my fresh wound to rip off another piece of bait has made me despise the hobby.
Yo ho, near the hooks will never go.
Yo ho,
Come on!
This guy's dad took him fishing and was like, yeah, this is how you bait a hook.
Yoink.
Come on, son, give me some of your flesh so we can catch some fish.
Everyone knows fish love luscious boy meat.
The top comment says, certainly something different. Good job, thumbs up.
Maybe this is what Peter Pan did to Bear.
I'm just imagining this dad just being like, listen, I didn't give birth to you out my own dick for you to not give some of your flesh for the bait, boy.
What is happening here?
I don't know.
Thanks for being a good sport. We've got all these fish. We can go and enjoy these. Your mother will go and, like, cook them in the bubo sauce. It'll be delicious.
Oh, I'm not throwing up. You can't make me.
All right, Addison, next. Let's see if we can make them.
Hello, can I help you? There was a flash of lightning that illuminated the man who stood on the porch and his axe, which dripped with fresh blood.
Not the man! With
I
the
love
axe!
that, like, again, that is another one that is like the like flesh-eating wolves from last time, where it's like, I love that they haven't even tried to do a subversion. It's just you go to the door in a thunderstorm and a murderer is there. There's like no sense of surprise.
You might as well, like, cut out the middleman. Yeah, here's my, like, ultimate scary story. Are you ready for it?
Hit us.
Yes.
A man sprinting at you with a knife.
Oh, where is he? Where is he?
I don't know, but he's here. He's here.
There's also the way that we're about to hit another one of my favorite terrible two-sentence horror story subgenres. I'm gonna just go right into the next one because this one makes me laugh so hard. Okay.
Let's go.
Mommy, a vampire tried to ambush us on the playground today, but we tied it up and let it scream for hours in the sunlight. Mrs. Baker listened in shock while she clutched the school letter on the needs of the new student with albinism.
What?
Oof.
Wait. So albinism actually makes you, like, vulnerable to the sun?
Yeah, this is a couple different things. The person who wrote this story, which by the way has 15,000 upvotes, has never spoken to a child. Has never met a person with albinism.
Mommy, we committed violence today. Aren't you proud of us?
Someone with albinism would be more susceptible to like sunburn, but they're not gonna like hiss and have like smoke come on. This feels like a really tasteless play on the fact that like in some countries, albino children are like murdered for witchcraft reasons.
Yeah, it's
because
just
there's
like
a lot of mythology around them. It just feels mean.
everything about this story.
Yeah.
The longer I think about it, it just crumbles into dust, just like a vampire when left in the
Yeah,
sun.
just like an albino child left in the sun for too long.
Leave a comment if you were the albino child that they left in the sun for hours.
Okay, but for real, I think this one kills me. It's emblematic of a type of two-sentence horror story too that drives me nuts, which is people who think that children are just like the dumbest motherfuckers alive.
Dumb, but also like sociopaths.
Like, there's another story, I didn't screen grab it, but it was one about like a 7-year-old boy being left alone to watch his baby sister and giving her a bath because she like soils her diaper, and then like the reveal, quote unquote, is that he like put her in the washing machine. And I'm like, 7-year-olds know what a bathtub is. They're not stupid.
Yeah.
That's really stupid. Like, why would they go to the scary machine that makes the loud noises when they could just...
7-year-olds have taken baths. They know what bathtubs are.
Unless this kid's never bathed before. What the
God,
fuck?
it's so silly.
Bad parenting.
But it
all
also,
around.
it makes me angry, but it also makes me laugh really hard whenever I read one of those that's just like, I see you have never met a child in your entire life. Never even seen one, perhaps. You've heard rumors of children.
You probably never even were a child.
They sprung from their computer monitor like Athena from the skull of Zeus.
I think some of these people, I'm kind of glad they've not got children in their life.
Oh, no.
For the sake of those hypothetical children. Anyway, next one, Addison.
Yeah, speaking of children, I feel so bad. This makes me laugh so hard. This is, again, just, you've never met a child. My 5-year-old son threw his Christmas present against the wall and screamed that he had wanted a fucking PS5. We just stood there with our mouths hanging open, staring at the lifeless body of his newborn sister lying crumpled on the ground.
Wait, they wrapped up his sister for Christmas?
Yeah, like, why would you give him a baby for Christmas?
Why would they do that? Or they handed him? Look, we gave you a new sister, a new human being. We've instilled in you the values to value other life like you do yourself.
Again, also pretty shitty that you didn't get your 5-year-old son a Christmas present just because you had a baby.
Also, did they, like, hide the fact that she was pregnant for this?
As someone who lives with gamers who know about the fucking PS5, if these parents had even let their kid know about the existence of that mythical, like, unobtainium of a console, that expensive fucking, like, tumor on the market when it comes to, like, anything entertainment, like, they have already raised a fucking devil child. Like, and clearly the text of this story has that borne out. This child was willing to murder because they believe that this PS5 has the mythical ability to complete their lives. They were willing to take the life of another child, just like the grabber in Grabber 4, the Black Phone. They wanted to kill another child because they couldn't have adventures anymore.
Not to critique this imaginary couple's parenting, but why does your 5-year-old know the word fuck?
Yeah. They believe in the whole free-range parenting.
It's really funny. This is one that, the premise is obviously horrifying, but the execution of it is so funny to me. I can't stop laughing at the image of this child being handed a gift-wrapped baby and screaming, I wanted a fucking PS5.
Also, this idea, the baby would just suffocate in the gift wrap.
It doesn't say they wrapped it up, but again, why did you you're setting everyone up to fail in this scenario.
Yeah, why would you hand this to your, Hulk-strong 3-year-old child
I'm gonna
who would whip the child against the wall?
5-year-old child. But
there's an ocean of difference in strength.
Did they specified that it was 5-year-old?
Yes, it says 5-year-old.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Because at a certain point, it's we handed our son the newborn sister, and it's a teenager. It's I wanted a PS5. Mom and Dad throws a baby against the wall.
Fucking we need to talk about Kevin type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Fucking Brightburn ass,
God.
I'm gonna snap this baby over my knee and drain its fluids.
God damn it, Addison, save us.
I think I have a new, not to be presumptuous, but I think I might have a new Dire Gentleman channel character on our hands.
Oh, here we go.
Ooh, all right, let's go.
Now, don't interrupt until the story is done. You're gonna want to react, but don't say anything.
Okay, I'll be very well behaved. I'm good.
I don't like that. I don't know if I like what your listeners might take away from this about our dynamic. Anyway.
Just read the story.
Okay. I once met a devil named Dave and made a deal with him to always win any card game, but last night I kept losing to my mother. After seeing her eyes turn black, I excused myself to the toilet and summoned Dave, but he seemed as terrified as I was.
Okay, A,
What?
why is this so long? And B, my favorite Chainsaw Man character, the Dave Devil.
Dave Devil.
Born from the fear of Dave.
I love that they didn't just say with the devil, they named him Dave.
Yeah, why did they do that? Also,
here's the thing. So can I workshop this real quick?
Yes, tell me more about, and then I'd like to tell you my headcanon about Dave the Devil. But yes.
I would love to know your Dave the Devil headcanon. But say, you could really improve this story with it being
by removing the fact that he's called Dave.
Yeah, well, remove the fact that he's called Dave, but the devil also, him being how did this happen? Remove the eyes going black and going, losing to the mother, go back to the devil and saying, how did I lose? And the devil being I only gave you the power to win against any human.
Oh, that's better.
Anyway,
Oh,
Addison,
yeah,
what's
that's
your Dave
good.
the Devil headcanon?
I just wanted you to know that to me, Dave the Devil looks like a fucking blackjack dealer in a shitty Vegas casino, and he's got a velvet blazer on, but he's got little tiny
Dave the Devil.
He's got little tiny little gold horns poking out of his slicked back hair, and he wears sunglasses all the time, and that's Dave the Devil.
I'm the devil.
Dave the
Big whoop.
Devil.
Want to fight about
Yeah,
it?
and he's like, yeah, I'm a devil. It's no big deal. Are you in or are you out?
He exclusively grants blackjack-based wishes. He doesn't have any other supernatural powers.
My biggest disappointment with this story was the fact that it didn't rhyme. It's I once knew a devil named Dave. He let me win any card game. It's what the fuck? I was so in until that happened.
I once knew a devil named Dave. He was jolly and lived in a cave. He,
I once knew a devil named Dave. He was a saucy and goofy knave.
liked to play cards and not work too hard, and on every Friday he would shave.
I lost to my mom, and then he dropped a bomb. She was the devil and stayed.
Sorry, just thought there was a devil named Dave. He was friendly and lived in a cave. And with my friend Hugo, we enjoyed a boobo, and then we all got food poisoning. God, do the next one.
Oh, god damn it.
Oh my
A regular
God.
Dr. Zeus over there. A regular Zeus MD over there.
Okay.
We're all getting the plague again. It's Plague Island. Welcome. Pestilence Addison is slowly killing us. Help.
I'm trying to select the right one to do next. There's a few I'd like to do.
Story? Oh, fuck.
There's a few I'd like to do, and I'm trying to pick which one. Okay.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, you're not going to like this one, but I am going to read it to you. Hit it.
Okay, let's go.
I laughed in Lucifer's face when he told me the punishment in hell for nymphomania was eternal sex. It's been over a month now. The constant friction has eroded my genitals, but the succubi just won't stop.
Eternal sex. I'm imagining the fucking scene with the, like in Aladdin where it's like, I'm giving you your reward, your eternal reward.
The part of that story where I lose it every single time is the phrase eroded my genitals.
So this guy's full on, like, Ken doll now.
But also, what are the succubi doing now that there's no genitals left?
Just dry humping.
They're just like, you know what? I clock out at this in 8 hours, and then someone else takes my shift.
Listen.
The least exciting succubus shift.
It's not fun work at the hell fucking factory, but it's honest work.
I just love the idea of, like, you're there in the, like, eternal sex punishment. And then, like, you know, because I imagine you're not the only one. There's just a line of people being eternally sexed by, like you said, succubi working in shifts. And then the foreman, Dave the Devil, comes in and says, okay, guys, how are we all doing down here?
And the whole time I imagine that, like, Escab by Off the Meds is blasting during the eternal sex.
Absurd.
Poop my pants, poop my tent.
This may be the least monetizable video we've ever recorded.
That cannot be true. You have made Monster Girl Safari. Don't fucking lie to me.
That's true. That had more, like, sex juices. This has boobo liquids, though.
So,
next
okay.
One.
I'm trying to pick which one would be I think this one, because it makes me laugh so hard, but it's also kind of scary, but it also makes me laugh.
Ooh, let's hear it.
Ever since we let our dog, Lucky, back in the house last week, he's been walking with a strange limp, so we took him to the vet. Our vet's voice went cold as he explained the x-ray. Lucky's unusual gait was because his bone structure indicated he was a bipedal vertebrate trying to walk on all fours.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
Ugh.
Lucky is a man dog? Dog man?
What is he?
Beast?
Lucky is some kind of, like, luxury pranks beast.
He's a...
Call in Chester. You don't need a doctor, you need Chester and Parker.
So we got a call from someone whose dog Lucky is acting very strange.
God, I
don't know, guys. Surely this should be the vet's job. No, guys, we need to help them.
We need to help them. But first, Lux Army, you need to like and subscribe. Real talk though, we do really enjoy luxury pranks
I
video.
love
We're
them.
not goofing on them. Like, we love
Chester
these
Parker are
guys.
some of the best horror comedy creators on the internet. Anyway, Addison, next one.
I consider this a companion piece to the boobos.
No!
Oh, yes, please. Tell me, we want to continue the boobo ring, the boobo cycle. Joseph Campbell's a hero with 1,000 boobos. Go on, Addison.
My wound had become severely infected, becoming a miasma of dead tissue, oozing pus and half-dried blood. As I slid my tongue into it, bit by bit, I shuddered in ecstasy over the wondrous flavor slowly coating my mouth.
Guys, I think I've thought about this. I think I'm gonna kill myself.
No!
I'm not sure I can live with that memory. Why
this video is taking everything from us!
8,500 upvotes.
Oh,
1 million years dungeon!
Next one. What
Okay,
can we even
you'll love
say?
this one. His palms are
All right.
sweaty, knees weak, arms are heavy. There's blood on her sweater already from Mom's machete.
Oh my god!
That one's not bad. I just needed to put it in there as a palate cleanser.
That's amazing.
Oh god. For real though? That's it? That's the one?
That one was a palate cleanser for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Okay.
Wow.
I've got
Next
another one.
Go.
sweating.
Go. More. More.
I need more of it.
More of it.
Oh
Let's
no,
go.
don't do that. I got cursed that if I ever saw a human again, I would die. I've been living with my family for 3 weeks, and I'm still fine.
Oh shit, it's the twist I wanted to give to Dave.
Oh, wow. Wow. And it's in a position where it actually makes the story way less scary.
Yep.
I love as well that, like, it's just implied that this guy was told the next time there's a human he'd die, then, like, oh man, that's pretty fucked up. Hey mom, what's for dinner tonight?
Yup.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's just like, well, time to not run away from home. Time to look directly into my own mirror. Wait, I'm not dying when I see myself? Am I not human?
If you think about it, if you wanted to live life not seeing yourself, you'd have to Naruto run all the time.
True.
Keep your arms and legs outside of your view at all times?
Yeah.
This one is my favorite. Another entry into another subgenre you'll recognize immediately, and one that always makes me laugh. It's not good at being scary.
Condiment creature. Sorry, go.
Condiment, ketchup, mustard, and relish. I want a sequel.
No.
Do it. Someone out there do it. Comment if you want to do a Condiment Creature sequel.
I'm gonna kick
Yeah.
your
And
ass.
write it in the
Hit us.
comments.
Finally, I have the house to myself, the boy said when he threw himself on the couch. Pinocchio's dread grew as fast as his nose did when the words left his mouth.
So, is Pinocchio being home invaded now? Is that where we're at with these?
Pinocchio home invasion,
Come
baby.
on. This is the IP creep. Oh, Disney remade Pinocchio. I guess in order to get more upvotes on my 2-sentence horror story, I'll have a Pinocchio 2-sentence horror story. I'm not a hack. I'm not a person who fucking like follows trends. I'm a individual with a rich, fulfilling life.
20,000
I'm sorry to whoever wrote this one.
20,000?
Yes.
Jesus Christ.
They love
next.
Pinocchio.
Well, I hope they're happy.
Okay, this
Next
is another one that I genuinely don't understand what the implication is, so please help me decode this one.
Let's see.
Okay, let's go.
I wish anyone who has killed dies the same way as their victim. As the world's population dropped drastically, I realized I should have been a lot more specific.
What?
What does it mean?
Wait, what?
It's like, yeah, you should have been a lot more specific with what the fuck this story was about.
Yeah, because here's the thing. That second sentence should have contained some kind of weird mass death, and it's like, how did this occur? This is one that, like, needed a third sentence, honestly.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Tell us in the comments how you think what caused the population to rapidly drop.
And again, maybe I'm a fool. Maybe
Maybe our brains have just been fried in boobo juice at this point, and we can't reason properly. Who knows?
Yeah, that's when I want to make my my plague chicken. I know the NyQuil chicken is all the rage, but when I want to make my plague
Don't make
chicken,
plague chicken,
I cook
Gus.
the cutlets inside of the boobo juice.
Gus, go to jail.
I'm gonna die.
Already there.
Go to
It's called
jail.
this video.
Yeah. Next.
Okay. This one makes me laugh, and I feel bad for this making me laugh so much. Okay. I woke up completely naked in a small bare room with what felt like sandpaper covering the floor. Imagine my horror when that sandpaper started to move.
Okay, so I guess we know what happened to Bear, because there was the bear room.
He went to the
Well,
sandpaper
Theo-
room.
POV,
Yeah.
you're the albino kid in your first day at school.
No,
No, not the sandpaper room.
not the sandpaper room. That's so funny.
POV, you're in the sandpaper
Oh,
room.
here's another one about how Reddit doesn't understand what children are like.
Oh, hit us.
Yeah.
Honey, this soup is great, but weren't we out of mushrooms? I asked as I took another spoonful. Yup, but I found some outside, his daughter giggled.
Don't
Time
worry.
to fucking trip balls, I guess.
It's like, we're out of mushrooms. Don't worry. I used boobos instead.
No, I was also thinking, like, it's like, don't worry, I found more outside in the garden where we grow fucking mushrooms.
Yeah, or like, good thing you bought me that book on identifying edible mushrooms.
I squeezed
Yeah, exactly.
the juices from my festering wound into it for taste.
A couple of days ago, my little brother buried a time capsule with his most precious possessions so he can dig them up in 20 years' time. I'm not sure that he will be able to do so, as his face is turning blue and we cannot find his inhaler anywhere.
I thought it was going to be like a Junji Ito thing where he like buried his brother in it or something.
he just
But no,
buried
it's
his inhaler.
fucking
Why did it-
inhaler.
This moron
dipshit
fucking
kid.
buried his. This child moron fucking buried his like lifeline
And also-
This is natural
in the
selection
time
at work.
capsule.
Also, they don't have another one anywhere. Anyway.
This kid earns a Darwin Award. Yeah. Also, what they can't make any other. Sorry, this inhaler was keyed to his his soul. We can't create another one unless the previous one is destroyed.
Top comment
It's a very
says,
what?
It's a very frank indictment of the healthcare system.
so true. One,
What's next?
now this one is definitely a joke, but this one's definitely a joke, but I don't care. It's amazing. I'm so sorry, I said as I entered the child murder dungeon. I'll show you no mercy, said the child who was about to murder me.
I love this one actually. Unironically,
No, it's
I
a
love
perfect.
This
I
one.
was being serious. I threw a few in the selection that were actually good, and that's the trick.
That's another.
Yeah.
That's another POV. You are bear.
I've got some tricks and treats for you, gentlemen.
Give us the tricks and treats, Addison.
Ooh, trick us and treat us. To the
All right, I don't
stories.
like this anymore. No,
Yeah, we made it weird. Let's go.
this
Sorry,
is
no.
another one in a genre that I hate. So enjoy. Two men in suits holding a weeping third precipitously over an abyss, yelling repeatedly, "What are you gonna tell them, Neil?" I'll say, the man sobs, watching his tears fall off the edge of the world. I'll say I saw it from the moon and the earth is round.
Just the
What
way
the
that was
fuck?
written was horrendous.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the most like
So this is-
teenage writer like thesaurus pilled bullshit. It's giving me the fuck.
So this
all.
is clearly Neil deGrasse Tyson, right? That's the joke.
No, it's Neil Armstrong, dude.
Neil
Oh.
Armstrong. Yeah.
He says,
right,
I'll say
right.
I saw
Neil,
it from
Neil
the
deGrasse,
moon.
You're right. Neil deGrasse Tyson is like too busy fucking like riffing on sci-fi movies to really be doing that.
He's too busy
Neil,
debunking.
the thing is,
yeah.
the way it was written feels very like obnoxious. Neil deGrasse Tyson.
It does.
Okay, so the fucking crazy thing about this is until I realized it was about the moon and the two Neils involved in space. My father's name is Neil, so I was like, oh no, what kind of Sopranos episode shenanigans are happening to my own dad?
Conspiracy theory based fucking two sentence horror stories are not uncommon. There's also this one.
Oh,
It's not the one you think it is, Henry. I did not include the lizard people UN
good.
summit
The
one.
really weird anti-Semitic one.
Yeah.
Anyway, what's this?
No.
This one is, I was so happy I'd finally found a cure for cancer. That must be the research team coming to see the results. But why are they all driving black SUVs with tinted windows?
Oh.
Nine.
I feel like a lot of people,
1,000
since
upvotes.
Alex Jones was kicked from YouTube, they've come over here.
9,000 upvotes.
Jesus.
Top comment is like, I like Reddit because the dislikes are visible. Because I'm too lazy to get a fucking Google browser extension.
Are you ready?
Damn.
Are you ready for
Yep,
another
let's
one?
go.
Yep.
Reincarnating
Let's
into a
go.
rock for being a murderer seemed like a stupid punishment, but nobody told me I'd be feeling the scorching sun, drowning in the river, suffocating under other rocks, and, oh god, where are these kids going to throw me?
Wouldn't it be so much funny if it was like, oh, I'm one of those foot exfoliating rocks?
I gotta say, the sequel to Quentin Dupieux's Rubber is not exactly doing it for me.
No.
Rock.
So, really quick question, you guys. Where are those kids going to throw the murderer rock?
At another kid who was albino.
No!
Into a pile of corpses covered in boobos.
The boobo pit.
Comment boobo pit if you've made it this far into this
Also,
video.
comment below to tell us where the kids are going to throw the murderer rock. Also, I like the implication that rocks, can breathe. Because he said he was
Yeah.
drowning.
Yeah.
We created a machine that allowed us to understand rocks. And their first thing was a declaration of, oh god, I'm drowning!
So this one, was written 277 days ago. It's important I emphasize that because otherwise people are going to think I'm...
I thought you were...
No.
Addison, my brain is so fractured at this point. I thought you were going to say, like, years ago. Like, this was written, like, fucking centuries ago, and just now, the first two-sentence horror story was unearthed.
No, I just need it to be clear that this was written almost a year ago and is not a commentary on any current events, okay?
Okay,
fair.
Everyone always thinks the Queen's Guard is there to protect the Queen from danger. Not many people know their main duty is to protect the rest of the world from the Queen.
They finally landed the kill shot after all these years.
The mobile task force finally
MTF
contained
Alpha
the
1
Keter
can
class
finally
entity, Queen.
Finally took her down. No. That's terrible.
Oh, fuck.
Containment
Long live
status
the king.
neutralized.
Oh, shit.
What's next, Addison?
Excuse me. Okay, I'm running out. I'm almost down to my dregs.
It's good because
Down
we're
to the
over an hour,
dregs.
but we could do all these.
Okay.
Almost down to the boobos.
Almost down to the poop.
Fuck you.
As I glanced at the terrarium, I felt somewhat dejected to find it empty once again. I barely had time to wonder where my pet tarantula had gone before a ticklish sensation began crawling up my throat.
I feel like this probably bothers you less if you're the kind of person who has a pet tarantula.
Also, again,
Yeah, that's
did
that's
he swallow
fucking
his
weird.
spider?
No, I thought it's like crawling up his neck, not this. Like,
It
oh
says-
no,
it
God,
says-
that's such a funny thing. Of, oh,
Where
fuck,
did I put my pet? Oh no, I ate another one. Oopsie.
It says, okay,
this?
you're probably right, but I saved this one because when I read throat, I thought the implication was that it was crawling up from within the throat.
I ate my whole family and my pets. This is just one that's like from Direwolf.
Yeah, God damn it. What's next, Addison?
This one is just very funny to me. Wait, okay. He's such a neckbeard, I laughed as we walked through my brother's room filled with trash. I absent-mindedly took a sip of an Arizona bottle I found on his desk, only to realize too late it wasn't filled with tea.
No! That one's too fucking real.
Drank gamer piss.
Ew. Gamer neckbeard piss water.
And
It's
you
like,
know
oh
that
God,
he's
I need
never
to
had
wash
water
the
in his
taste out
life.
of my mouth. Give me the boobo juice.
Okay, don't worry. I've got another one to wash the
I
taste
need a
out of your
palate
mouth.
cleanser.
Oh God, give it.
Okay, he was
Give it.
cute. Oh wait, I'm gonna do a southern accent for this one. He was cute.
All right.
Nope, I just didn't do one. My brain
You
is
just decided not to. I was like, oh, is that the song?
I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to do it.
I'm just not gonna do it because apparently my body rejected it. He was cute.
I've rejected the accent.
He was cute.
That's
I swear to God, if you don't let me get past he was cute. Okay. He was cute, cooked a damn good pork chop, and had a rustic farmer vibe, so of course, I let him fuck me like an animal. I woke up the next day in his barn, locked shoulder to shoulder in a fence with other women as he prepared the milking machines.
No, this is a fetish
what the
thing.
fuck? Wait,
This is a kink
this is Kenku
story.
Cross.
You
Yeah.
say that, but it has 10.8 thousand upvotes.
Hugh cow is a popular fetish.
I gotta say, this iteration of my childhood friend's milk is pretty dark.
This video is cursed.
This video is all the curses. This is like this is the new killing stone under
Yeah.
which a demon will be contained.
I found a two-sentence horror story written by Logan Paul.
Oh no.
Ooh, let's hear
With
it.
swift urgency, I ran to the distressed mother, clutching her daughter who'd been struck by a car. Hands steady, I pulled out my phone and quickly zoomed into their faces and started recording.
Nightcrawler.
That is fucking Paulcore horror.
Yep.
Yeah.
I want to send it to him. Maybe he'll like it more than Nope.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, he probably
Oh,
won't have material for
fuck
at least a
that.
whole tweet thread of cringe. Oh, fun fact. Gus was going to do a video about that,
No.
but he was attacked by horseflies while recording it, so it never got done.
I went out.
That's extremely funny.
I went to the forest to do like a riff on like, Logan Paul's stupid. He did a fucking stupid thing in a forest. And then all the horseflies ate me while I was trying to talk about like Logan Paul and his opinions on Nope.
That's so funny.
Addison, thank you for your hard work collating all these. This has been an experience.
This has been the most Halloweeny thing of all time.
All
And we actually have some
time.
pretty good horror adjacent content coming for the channel.
Exactly. And all three of us wrote for a horror audio drama that's come out this month.
Yeah, and Addison's voicing in it too. It's the official Trevor Henderson audio drama from
It's
Bloody
truth.
Disgusting. Mayfair Watchers Society.
It's
We'll put
truth.
links in the description.
Yes, Trevor Henderson's official, like, all the creepy monsters, well, almost all of them. A few of the creepy, iconic monsters from the Trevor Henderson canon are in there. Addison's performing in it, and all of us wrote episodes for this.
It's true.
And also, if you're a little bit of a Halloweeny and you're a bit scared of things going on, you should also check out Kingmaker, Meg's new podcast that we're all involved in, that will likely have come out, at least one episode of, by the time this video comes out. So links are in there. Go check out our projects. It's why we've not been around for such a long while. We've been working on
True.
stuff. But now we're back. And you can't get rid of us no matter how hard you try.
No matter how hard you try. And the boobos.
Third sentence.